Thanks for coming.
Okay, we are back from that public hearing. It is 12:05, so I think we are motivated now to go through the new business section. First item under new business is a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into contracts for temporary laborers.
Mr. Mayor, I hate to not call on Tom since he has waited here for 5 hours.
And he does have a tie.
Do you want to speak, Tom, or would you just like us to take notice of your tie? All right, council members, and Tom is certainly here to answer any questions you may have.
Aye.
I think you have to make a motion first, sir.
We have read the council report, and it is a contract to get some temporary labor help when you need it. And is there a motion to move this item forward?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we pass a resolution, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Allied Forces Temporary Services, Reliant Staffing and Recruiting, and Express Employment Professionals.
Second.
A motion made and seconded. Any questions or comments?
I just got one quick one. Do we still use the prison labor?
We do when we can get it and when it's appropriate.
Okay.
Okay. Judy, please.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal.
Aye.
Councilman Ayer.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Next item is a request of Dominion Virginia Power for an easement for underground utilities.
Mr. Mayor, the only reason that I footnoted this for you, it's what it says it is. As the council is aware, and perhaps some of the community is aware, Dominion is the process throughout the state, which includes Poquoson, of burying power lines when they can, they identify areas in which you have a combination of availability of easements, the right engineering infrastructure, and repetitive outages due to storms and other things. So this is the first one. Because we just happen to have a small easement there that they need to get into at 2 Freeman Lane. Dominion will be back next month to talk more with you about what they're doing across the city. And we've already had a couple of citizens who say, hey, when Dominion's doing this, it'd be really great if they could underground like Verizon and Cox and anything else that's hanging on a pole that used to also include electric. So that's supposed to be sort of part of their mission. We've got a meeting coming up with them, Alan and I, in advance of you seeing them, to reinforce what a great idea we think that is. Every pole that's really not needed to hold up an electric line, we can get it buried. It's one more pole that's not going to fall on someone or something.
Or lock out power to us in an undue time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is anybody prepared to make a motion on this?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt an ordinance of the city of Poquoson, Virginia, conveying a certain 15-foot underground distribution easement to Virginia Electric and Power Company, doing business as Dominion Virginia Power.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded that we approve this. Questions or comments? Okay, Judy, please.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Councilman Ayer.
Aye.
And Mayor Hunt. Mayor
Aye.
Hunt.
Way to go. Aye,
Mr.
we're
Mayor, the
changing.
motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Council, will you all entertain a motion to move the workboat race resolution forward in the agenda?
So moved.
So Sonny can go home?
So moved. So moved.
Okay, all right. All right, so that item is moved forward in the agenda, and how would we like to proceed?
Wait a minute. You took a motion to move it?
Yes.
Who was second?
We're just going to take it next.
To what?
Yes, we made a motion, and it was seconded to modify the agenda to move
Right,
it
but
to
who's
now.
second?
Henry, I guess.
Henry.
Okay, now we have to have a vote.
Yes.
Okay. Councilman Ayer.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal.
Aye.
And Councilman Green.
Aye.
Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, and now, how would you like to proceed?
Would you like me to introduce it?
I think we're all familiar with it. I've read the memo. Pomoco is going to sponsor the Seafood Festival workboat race
With us.
And so what we are basically doing is our vote tonight just provides for police officers?
You were asked as part of the item to approve an MOU, which is based it began with your MOU that you'd had with the yacht club in the past, previous couple of years.
Okay.
There are a couple of specific modifications that Councilman Ayer may wish to, or Mr. Inslee, but essentially, we used the guts of what you had from the ongoing MOU in previous years and just customized it to reflect the specific request from Poquoson.
And who the signatories on the MOA are who?
The signatories would be Mr. Ayer, I'm assuming as representative of Poquoson Nissan, and Ms. Mahanes is our Seafood Festival director.
Is there anything that you need to, look, I don't want to have you sit here all night and not tell us what you want to do, but I don't think there's a lot of people watching.
This is Sandra. She's
Emerson.
She's my
I'm a
co-chair.
York County
All right,
girl,
Sandra.
so
Thank
I
you.
listened to your whole thing tonight. But we've set up a website, if you would like to go to it, a webpage, I did. It's a Poquoson Workboat Races 2015. We're, filling it with information as we get it, and, we wanted to find out a lot from you tonight. We have got a whole list of sponsors on board already. So this is, a lot of interest is in this. So, the workboat, the guys want to really come down here and race. And they're happy with, I think, I will say this, the changes this year
Okay.
with the workboat races. So we've got, right now, I've got a whole list, I've got about 10 sponsors already right now. But I do invite you all to go to our page and look at it, because I've been working really hard on it, and I've been getting some people's pictures, and putting it on there. But I've been coming down here, and I took a lot of pictures myself of the workboat races the other night, and Sunny too. But we're going to have a kickoff party on Saturday night, and we've already got the Mullins sisters lined up. They're going to perform. We're going to have different events for that, and we're going to have food vendor, which will meet all the licensing requirements that, we have to have. And then on Sunday, it'll be the races. So it's going to bring a lot of the boats in, a lot of the guys, and
Looking
things
forward
here
to
to
it.
Poquoson.
We have a lot of interest in it. So
Oh,
we
big.
think we
Great,
can
great.
probably, with good weather, 50, 60 boats easy.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
We'll have a good time.
I guess we have the city piers back available to us.
We do.
So, you're welcome to
we
talk
might
to us
see
about
our-
those.
Yeah,
Part of the MOU is.
Okay. So I think we're all aligned here.
Great, okay.
Okay?
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
Had a couple of questions on the MOU.
Oh, go right ahead.
It said that, or you request to provide $4,000 honorarium, and then the next sentence under that says that all event expenses will be covered, and that's except for the $4,000?
That's correct. You may recall with the previous agreement with the yacht club, at least the most recent one, was 5,000. In this case,
Yep.
it's 4. But it's
Right.
the same
And
basic deal.
I would
The
like to
numbers.
see it decline through
Understood.
each year if we could.
Thought you would.
I knew you
Oh,
thought
see
that.
if they got
And then the other
Five.
question.
Hey, if y'all gave them 5, give us 5
The other
this year.
question, you're requesting 2 police officers full-time. Do we really need that when, 911 is 3 minutes away? Is it that bad a
I'll
crowd?
take care of that. We don't need it. We got all that taken care of.
Okay, I was just curious.
It'd be nice to have one ride by once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
At this late in the game getting started, the $4,000 is a big help for us.
Yes.
It takes somewhere between 8,000 and 8,500 to do this event with T-shirts, sponsor money for everything else we cover with everything. It takes a lot of money. And what I would like to do, if it's all right with y'all, is once we see how much money we do have, we'd like to give our prize money out to equal what we have left without having any money coming back. As long as that's okay with y'all. That's what we'd like to do this year, so we can pay out as much prize money as possible. We won't know that until the last minute. But the city's gonna handle the money. I talked to Debbie Mahanes earlier, and I think Randy or Henry, somebody's talked to her already, so we're gonna run all the money through that. All the checks we've made to the city, and then at the end of the day, we'll see what we have, so we'll know who we can pay in prize money.
I'd like to have one police officer on site.
I'd
like to have one.
From my perspective, is,
Community. Community.
it's about the community and it's about visibility, and it's okay if we pay that police officer a little overtime, okay? So,
Well,
that's my.
See, we'll have, we'd like to have the rescue squad there, of course, so, you know, we always do that.
Yeah.
And I'll also contact VMRC, and we'll have some Marine Patrol officers in the water with us as well.
Okay.
So safety's number one. We always, safety's number one for everybody. All the participants in the smaller boats have to wear life jackets, and they have to have kill switches on their outboard motors.
Okay.
If not, they can't participate.
Good.
Anybody racing has to wear a life jacket, even in the bigger boats. So safety's number one. That's why we'd like to have the police boat, the fire boat. We'll have VMRC and the ambulance on the shore, of course. Good Lord willing, nothing ever happens. It never has so far. So let's hope it doesn't again.
All right.
But we're looking forward to having a good time, and y'all come watch.
We'll be there
And
Look it
on
up.
the,
if we possibly can.
my one more question here, it says, we will advertise in the Daily Press, York, Poquoson Post, et cetera. Do we have an estimated cost on about what that is, roughly? Or does that come
Top of
out
my
of that
head,
budget,
no.
or is that out of that
It's
budget
part
that's
of-
gonna break
It's
even?
usually advertised with the festival.
That's right. It's,
Okay.
if you say yes to this, then you're reaffirming this as part of the festival, so all the media we're doing for the festival includes the run-up
Yeah,
preview
that would
events.
be nice to have that.
So there's no
after,
separate
following
ad
rate. For the following, yeah,
included
when
in the
you
other.
do the festival, anything, because
Yeah.
it's the
In
next
the
weekend
past,
after
we've
the-
done that, you know, we have,
Tied
some of our bigger sponsors,
Dan's Glass.
usually have been able to get into like the hospitality area at the festival and things like that, because actually this is part of the festival, at least I hope it is, it's part of the festival. So, you know, this is where it all started with the Waterman.
Okay.
Have a seafood festival for the Waterman.
That's right.
And I apologize for my wanting to move this along.
At least you could do past minimum wage. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
All right. Is there a motion to move forward with this MOA?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding with Pomoco and Nissan for the 2015 Poquoson Seafood Festival Workboat Race.
Second.
Motion made and seconded that we approve this. You good? Okay. Judy, please.
Councilman Southall?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman?
Aye.
Councilman Bernal?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Ayer?
Aye.
And Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, we'll come back to, request for authorization to advertise bids for tower ground easements.
Mr. Mayor, Reese is here if you'd like her to speak. Maybe her mind is not quite as muddied as mine is at this point. But essentially, well, come on forward. Well, you were not at me like, no, don't do this to me, so.
It doesn't matter either way. You got it. They're ground leases on 2 towers. One tower is out here at City Hall. They want to extend the lease there. The other one is at Public Works, where they want to have a new lease when the old lease expires. And so this is just a resolution authorizing us to accept bids for those 2 ground leases.
Okay, so that basically starts the offers and negotiations.
Correct.
That's correct.
All right. Is there a motion to move forward with this item?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt a resolution of the Council of the City of Poquoson, Virginia, directing that public notice be given of the council's intention to receive bids for leasing of city property at City Hall and at the Public Works compound.
Second.
Motion made and seconded that we approve that. Questions or comments? Seeing none, Judy, please.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Councilman Bernal?
Aye.
Councilman Ayer?
Aye.
Councilman Southall?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman?
Aye.
And Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, next item is a resolution authorizing the use of a portion of city-owned property for Waterman's Memorial Park at Messick
Skip
Point.
one.
I did?
No,
The construction, never mind.
never mind.
Did I, hold it, did I?
It's late.
Did it take me till after midnight to get Judy to say she was?
Make a mistake.
Because no,
35
I made 50.
Bound to happen.
35 years.
Bound to happen sooner or later. We have to
All right, I'm going to repeat that. This is a resolution authorizing the use of a portion of city-owned property for Waterman's Memorial Park at Messick Point. And is there a presenter for this?
There may have been a few hours ago. I'm sure Mr. Green would be, in the absence of anyone else, he is certainly prepared to speak to it, and I would defer to him unless there's something I can do
I
to
think-
give assistance.
Well, if anybody wants to see all the pictures, I brought them over here.
Does anybody want to view those as part of their prenup to to approving this, or do you want to look at them after the meeting? And I don't mean that in any, if you want to look at them, I want you to show.
Let's take a look at them.
Okay? All right.
Way after.
Might be somebody looking, man. Somebody might be watching the meeting.
I don't know that we
Okay,
have them,
can you show
do we
them
have
on
them
there?
loaded up?
We have them loaded on the computer?
I don't think so.
I tell you what.
We'll look at them after.
How about if we, let's take the, if y'all don't mind, let's take the resolution, vote on it. And then at the next meeting, in the special presentations, because of the lateness of the hour, I would recommend that we add that to the special presentations. This is what council has already done.
Okay, that's good.
Is that fair? Okay, so is there a motion?
Mayor, I move that we adopt a resolution authorizing the construction of Waterman's Memorial Park on city-owned property at Messick Point.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any comments? Seeing none, Judy, please.
Councilman Air.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal.
Aye.
And Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, item 5 is resolution making appointments to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Mayor, I move that we adopt the resolution making appointments to the Board of Zoning Appeals with the following names inserted: Stephen Hahn and Nancy Wissinger. Their terms will expire December 31st, 2020.
Okay, is there a second? Second. A motion made and seconded that we approve those new members of the Board of Zoning Appeals. Questions or comments? Judy, please.
Councilman Air.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal. Councilman Green.
Aye.
Mayor Hunt.
Aye. The last item
Getting to her.
is a resolution, an ordinance making additional appropriations and transfers for fiscal year 2015.
Next meeting, I want the water that Judy's drinking.
Oh, Lordy.
This ordinance is just additional appropriations and transfers, just the final few for 2015 to close up, the biggest being the cost of Comprehensive Services Act, which will mostly come from the state with a transfer from social services.
Questions? If not, anybody prepared with a motion?
Mayor, I move that we adopt an ordinance making additional appropriations and transfers for fiscal year 2014 and 15.
Second.
Okay, I see no comments. Judy, please.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal.
Aye.
Councilman Air.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
And Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Comments of the city manager?
Mr. Mayor, I will condense my list to one, and just say thank you, because he's still sitting here, to Tom and all of his folks for the various road projects that are going on, and specifically the work out at South Lawson on the entrance road. It was one of those things that we were gonna do, and Tom never lost track of that, and the day they did it, much probably to the enjoyment of everyone that had to eat that dust on a regular basis in the nearby residences.
Right.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. All right, council directives. Anybody got one they want to say?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Vice Mayor.
I know that all this information on what we did earlier tonight is out there and is readily available in all kinds of places, website, library, et cetera. But with that much disconnect between the population and us, we have a communication problem. Now, it may not be our fault, but there is one. So we need to see what we can do, and I ain't got a clue what it would be. But we need to do better in that way. I don't know how.
Okay, I think it's a point well made, so you may want to just get a brief together on how do we communicate. That would include TV today, internet, and just walk through it for the citizens on what are the available places to go for that. And just do it as a special presentation in the next meeting. But I understand what
It was
Carrie's,
obvious.
I understand what Carrie's saying, and I'll tell you that we've got to come up with a strategy to battle the rumor mill of social media, because it's killing good government. So we've got to figure a way to get our message out there, and not in a way that dissuade. We're not out there to sway. We're out there to educate, and so that they know when they walk in what they've got.
I know we also have a city Facebook page, and we put the city council meeting agendas on there. Do we put planning commission's agendas on there as well? So it might be another place to
Yeah.
put those meetings,
That's
all
what I said.
meetings,
We'll
all city
brainstorm
meetings
it.
maybe. Yeah, all city meetings should probably be there.
Okay. Anything else?
Just to remind everybody, tomorrow's food bank, 10 to 1. Emmaus Baptist Church is hosting it. And hope to see everybody there that's qualified.
Okay. Anything else? Councilmember Null? No. Councilman Air?
I just appreciate everybody that came out tonight. I do hope we can find a way to keep people more engaged in the process, because it is their process.
Right, I agree. Councilman Southall?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who did come out here tonight. That's the way government is supposed to work. But it's not supposed to work at the last meeting after years' worth of work. I'd like to have all those ideas and thoughts well back in the original planning processes. We utilized as much input as we could possibly get, and want to assure everybody who might listen to this that this wasn't a quick, hey, this is the option that you have and you have to pick from it. It's an option that was developed and grew over time with all the input we could possibly get. And so we do care what the citizens think, and we vote that way.
All right, thank you. I have nothing else, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay. Judy, please.
Councilman Ayer.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Friedman. Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Councilman Bernal. And Mayor Hunt.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 6-0.
Exactly.
The mayor did it.